Hello buddy, San here, engineer, MBA, and investor. And in today's video, I want to talk about the drama this week. It's crazy. Like this last week has been crazy hectic. I would say actually the last 3 weeks have been crazy in the market. Everything with politics, everything with economy, like everything is just crazy, right? So for example, here, this title of the article on CNBC published literally today saying from Elon Musk to Sam Bankman-Fried, a bad week for market geniuses, but was it their fault? So, of course, this is referencing to Elon Musk owning Twitter, which obviously is something we haven't even covered in this channel. But this is crazy. I mean, Twitter is now owned by the richest man in the world, and of course, Elon Musk is, in my opinion, the most successful engineer of all time, successful engineer slash entrepreneur of all time for sure. I mean, he is the richest man in the world for a reason. So he now owns Twitter as of 2-3 weeks ago, and there's changes being done literally like on an hourly basis on that platform as we speak. So you know that's one set of drama. Then you have another set of drama with Sam Bankman-Fried, which obviously is the CEO of FTX, and it's the crypto exchange. And this is what this article really talks about here in depth. And there's a lot of, like, basically they defaulted for bankruptcy and things are not going well. And of course, people had a lot of money in that crypto exchange. Of course, like crypto exchange, just as a reminder for our viewers, is just basically a platform where you can put in your Canadian dollar, for example, and buy Bitcoin, right? Or buy Ethereum or buy other slash crypto coins, right? There's Bitcoin, then there's cryptos, right? So that's what's going on, and everybody's gonna go their balance to $0, right? No one's covering you anything in these crypto exchanges. So you're gonna have, if you put 100,000, you're gonna get zero. If you put $10, you're gonna get zero. It doesn't matter. They defaulted, they bankrupted. It is what it is. We move forward. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, which I do want to go back to that point in just a second. But of course, they talk about Mark Zuckerberg here. And Mark Zuckerberg, CEO, founder of Meta, or known as Facebook, of course, laid a huge amount of employees at over 11,000 employees this week, and announced a hiring freeze as it faced declining revenue and increased spending on the metaverse bet that Zuckerberg has said it may or not pay off for a decade. So lots of drama, guys. We are in a recession. This is things that people have to expect, right? In the 2008 crisis, just if you remember those financial institutions falling down the crack, people defaulting their mortgages, this happened over weeks and months. This is what we're seeing in the last few weeks and few months, right? Companies are being bought out, companies are defaulting, companies are laying off. We are in a recession. Companies are, of course, declining in revenues. Stocks are going down 15 to 20%. Like just we made a video a couple of days ago. Complete irrationality in the stock market. I mean, Amazon became the first company ever to lose $1 trillion market cap, I think, like earlier this week. Of course, this is referencing to the market crash we're in. Of course, if you start at 2 trillion, it's a little bit easy to go back down under a trillion because you started at 2 trillion. But nonetheless, they became the first company to lose over $1 trillion of market cap. And I suspect there'll be maybe another one soon. So really, it's things that I want to remind our viewers about, whether that's this crypto exchange, FTX, or where you put your money, where you invest your money. I highly advise people to take a look at how they make their decisions, right? I've always said, in the whole digital currency side of things, I've always put Bitcoin, and then everything else to me is a sort of gambling. It's sort of something that you're just gambling, right? If you're okay with gambling, and if you understand what is the consequences of gambling, like if you go to a casino and you bring in $100 and you play the roulette and you lose those $100, you went in with the expectation that you may or may not lose the $100. You may make money, you may lose the money. Of course you want to make money. I mean, this is completely ridiculous to say you go to a roulette game to lose money. Of course you want to make money, but you've made the assumption in your head beforehand that you may lose it all, and that's completely fine. You move on in your life, you go to your home, you go to your family, and so on. Same thing should be applied in your investments, right? When you invest in these types of companies, you should have an assumption in your head at some point saying, I may lose it all. And for some of these investments, these are literally gambling. And of course, you must have that assumption. Now, there are other types of investment that, of course, it's not a sort of gambling. There are high risk. There are risks to be down 40, 60, 80% in some cases, but it is not a form of gambling. When you invest in companies that are producing revenues that are sort of valued in a certain sense, that of course have amazing leadership and have, of course, specifically technology that is really, being leveraged in the following years to treat something like CRISPR, right? To treat diseases that have been never treated properly. So, of course, that's not a form of gambling. That is a form of investment. That's a logical investment. That's a research, conviction-built investment. But of course, there are risks involved, right? And that's what I was talking about in a few days ago in our video, where markets are irrational, but you have to build your conviction and you have to hold on to your conviction, right? And then when you see these types of news, you're like, damn, like this is crazy, but did you really not expect that? In a market recession, this is what happens. People default, companies lay off, companies hire freeze, companies get bought out. There's so many things that happen in a recession, but that's exactly what needs to happen, right? So that's what I wanted to talk about in this video on a Saturday. I'm drinking my coffee here. I gotta get a refill here, but hopefully you guys have a great Saturday as well. I got a packed Saturday for myself. Gotta hit the gym. Got a basketball here afterwards, a basketball session with my brother here in Toronto. So regardless of where you are, hopefully you have a good Saturday and a great weekend. It's the first weekend after the time change. I think a lot of people are fatigued. I'm definitely tired. It's gonna take some time for my body clock to get adjusted, but let's hope for the best, right? So thank you so much for watching, guys. Subscribe if you're not, like this video, and comment below what you guys think about these news, the hectic week that we are going through. Thank you so much for watching.